Here you are in beautiful sunny Southern California, Pacific Palisades to be Pacific, and we are working on a 1962 Jaguar E-Type that hasn't run for 5 years. It's been sat here. She was in a tent originally and up against the wall over there, and I was able to get her out of the tent, but the brakes are seized on, so I've got her up in the air right now so I can get access to the brake system, to the handbrake mechanism. And also, if you look underneath, you'll see the exhaust hanging down, and it's actually come apart there, but the brackets look like they've been bent back, so I think I'm going to take it off, straighten the brackets up, and hopefully that'll all go back on. I think we should be in good shape. Obviously Jaguar E-Type inboard brakes, so the brakes are up there on just close to the diff. So I looked at the car yesterday at a shop. My buddy had up on the lift so I could get a good idea how the mechanism works. The motor was rebuilt, so I don't think I need to do anything there. Just got to get fuel to it and make sure we have sparks. I got a new set of points coming. You can see the paint's pretty shitty, but the time I finish with this thing it's going to look beautiful. I've started to strip down the carbs already. As you can see, they're pretty shitty. The needles here are really kind of gummed up, but I got 3 new kits, so I'm going to rebuild them carbs. And just got the fuel filter system off here, fuel filter housing off here, just got a new filter for that. And yeah, we're looking good. Got the points open there ready to go. So we're going to start work on this today and see. I've been working on it for 2 days already, and hopefully if I get the carb, I've got fuel system coming up here. I replaced the fuel lines on the rear, and yeah, we replaced the fuel lines there, and I ran the fuel line out of there into a tank. So I was able to empty the fuel out, so I've got no more bad fuel in there, and I've got fresh gas, so we should be in good shape. Here we have the fuel filter. I took it off because I had to get a new seal for it, and I got a new filter while we're at it. The plastic up in the top there became hard. It's actually like plastic now as opposed to being rubber. So I got to clean that out, put a new filter in it. I don't know how that back on. We're cleaning up the fuel filter housing. This filter was in there, and it was just stuck in like that. And when I looked at it after putting it all together, I realized that that filter is doing absolutely nothing. Whoever put that in there was a complete idiot. What should have been here is a gauze that goes across here for the filtration. So I'm gonna have to go to XK's Unlimited and get one of them on order. Okay, so one of the jobs I got to take care of is there's no clutch pedal, so there's the clutch master cylinder there, and here's the reservoir. So the reservoir has a little bit in the bottom but not a lot, so what I'm going to do is just top it off and bleed it. I have a self-bleeding system here that I'm just going to stick on. Pump the pedal, pump some fresh fluid through, tighten the bleed nipple up and see if we get lucky. Could have just drained out slowly over time. It'll probably need replacing, but for now I'll just get it operational until we get the rest of the car running and driving and assess everything and slowly go through things. Here we have the slave cylinder. As you can see, I got the hose on now, and I got the 7/16 spanner on there, so I'll just loosen that off, and now I go and top off the reservoir and start pumping and see if we get lucky. With some brake fluid, so now I'm going to give it a little pump and see if we can't. I can see moving in the reservoir, and the pedals got hard already. Just give it a couple more pumps. Yeah, to the floor, full, all the way on, all the way off. That's it. Oh, that feels beautiful. Okay, then we're going to tighten the bleeding nipple up. 3 nipples tight. Oh yeah, beautiful clutch. Just hope now that the clutch is not stuck on. Brilliant. Okay. And there's the exhaust. I have to work on it. Seems to have just self-destructed on itself. It just and then you see if I move it up and down like that, it's loose at that joint. So I'm going to take that joint off there. Also the piece forward of that box, the outside brackets are all bent, and you can see the downpipe hanging down too, so I'm going to have to reattach that. So I'm going to take off this rear box here. It's all loose right now and I don't have a support at the end. So I think it'd be better if I just take it off and then reattach it. So I'm going to just release these two. A bit of a... Alright, just get them off. Oh, this is actually a little loose. Probably explains why it's not on. Yeah, it was very loose. That's probably why it doesn't want to clamp on. Probably why the exhaust is loose, but it's... I think I'm going to take it off anyway. Get this clamp off too. These two clamps off. Okay, that should be ready to go. Should be able to just yank on it. Doesn't seem to want to come off. No. Got movement up and down, but no silence. There we go. I can feel some movement. I think we're ready to come off. Man, I do not enjoy rolling around on the floor. This is no fun. Come on. There you go. So off to the side. Now we can work on that center section. Okay, so this center section box, the brackets here are twisted. So obviously this exhaust has been pushed back, and this flexi joint here, this downpipe will not reach this box, so I'm going to have to take the box off, straighten the brackets up, and it looks like they've got broken mounts as well, and then try and reattach that. This exhaust clamp here is all bent and misshapen, so something's gone on, and the lower part of this box has also got dents in it, so I think there's been a little bit of off-roading or something like that. But it is very hilly around here with a lot of ramps that are not easy to get in and out of, so anyway, yeah, we'll get on and get that off. 914. Well, 916 really, but someone's changed a lot of the stuff on this car to metric, just out of ease of availability. Now, I'm nervous about taking this apart because it's it could be a pain once I get it apart. Maybe I get it back together. So, but I need to try and straighten these up. I don't know if I can do it in place. It's hard when you lay on your back. I can't really get good access. I can't get both arms underneath. I'm going to straighten that thing out. Anyway, okay. We'll see what we're going to do. So I'm not having much luck getting this joint apart here. And the more I think about it, the more I don't want it apart. I mean, the object here really is just to get this pipe in. So what I'm thinking is that this is a flexi pipe. I'm going to put a jack underneath here, release the mounts, let it down a little bit on the flex, and then straighten these parts up, these brackets up, get them square, and then try and reattach this thing, which like I said, I'm not crazy about doing on the floor, but I really don't have a choice. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll jack it up, release the mounts, straighten the brackets, and see if I can't get lucky. So as you can see here, this is all bent up here. This is a little bit misshapen. I don't know what's going on here. It's all belled out a little bit. But there's the downpipe, and as you can see, there's a good, it's almost an inch and a half, 2 inches too short there. So like I say, I'm going to have to take this box down, straighten the brackets out, and see if I can't get this downpipe in. Oh dear. Okie dokie, let's see what we can do. Okay, so I've released all the mounts. So the exhaust is free to be dropped. So I'm going to drop it down slowly. Okay, so as low as it will go. So now I need to bring the exhaust over this way a bit. Why is that so short? Oh, that's so bizarre. It looks like it's just way too short. And it looks like it wasn't in very far when it was originally installed. It only looked like it had an eighth of an inch, a quarter of an inch. That's probably why it came out in the first place. That's probably why this thing's misshapen, because it wasn't around the pipe. It was just the clamp was just squeezing the pipe here. That's why it's all misshapen. I don't know if I'm going to get this part in here. I could come all the way over here, bring the pipe over here. Wow, that is a real pain. Huh. It's almost like the two pipes are two different lengths. Well, that doesn't look like it's going to be a barrel of laughs, does it? Oh, booby. Anyway, I guess, and the way that moves about like that, I got a feeling that thing could leak. Okay, well, I'm gonna. The things you discover when you're under a car. I just noticed that the speedo cable's not connected. It's sticking through the rear transmission mount. So I'll have to look and see why that's not running. Okay. I'll get back to you and see what I do. Alright, so it looks like that other pipe is loose now anyway, so I'll get that.
Everything else now.
No, it's off. It's okay.